Welcome to the Car Guy channel. We have all kinds of stuff going on. We got to show you a little bit about a Corvette that we've been working on for a while. That's going to be probably shipped out of the country or so. We're really not sure yet, but the car came to us in complete pieces. Motor was out of the car, bits and pieces. A buddy of mine bought the car down in the Los Angeles area, shipped it over here for us to finish it off, and I'm glad he let us finish it off because some things were done in the car that really needed the right attention to it. And then we happened to talk about a little kit car today. Kind of pretty cool stuff and a new project that's coming up. We're going to have a new episode coming up on the 1969 Dodge Super Bee that's painted all black. That's coming out absolutely fantastic. We got the red 72 El Camino coming in. We got a lot of cool projects coming up. So we'll do a couple things here. Get yourself a cold one, sit down, and enjoy the show. There's nothing like a Chevrolet Corvette. Now, Corvette had quite a few different models in the years. They called them C1s for the early cars, and these right here are C2 cars meant for the second generation. And this generation started from 1963 through 1967 with this type of body. And I have to be honest with everybody watching the show, this is my favorite year, make, and model of cars between 63 and 67. I love C2s. I sit in them better. I feel better. I think they handle better. It happens to be my favorite particular car of the models of Corvettes. But on the opening of the show, you see a 65, 66 Corvette, which is pretty much identical to the car. And that car was sold to a good friend of mine. This happens to be another car. So it's not the same car as you see in the beginning of the show. The difference between that car and this car is a big block. This is a 427 car. And let's go through some of those things here in a few minutes, but I want to check out the car and I'm going to show you all about it. On the C2 body styles, is what I really like about them is when they came into hideaway headlights. 1963 was the very first year of that, and like again, it came all the way up to 1967 for the C2 bodies. But these lights here operate and they kind of tilt up, and that's the headlights on it. Kind of barbaric for today, but it's just really kind of neat and a whole neat feature about the car. They have split bumpers in the front. The one on the left, one on the right. Very unusual, very cool, and for a sports car, that's really what this here is all about. And the way to tell a big block from a distance on these particular models of a car are the hoods. It has a bubble hood on the top. It's got a raised bubble on it. And the 427 cars and 67 had a real popular hood, but this is what was done in 1965 and 1966. Now, 65 was the very, very first year of the big block motor for Chevrolet Corvette, and it happened to be a 396. And they had pretty good horsepower ranges in those days, and they was a real collectible and a real fast car. They grows like crazy. In 1966, they had the 427 engine, and with these are the type of hoods they had. They had a few horsepower ranges at a 425 horse. That was a pretty big model of car. And then they had the 390 horsepower. This car here is a 390. And the reason being it's a 390, this car here has factory air conditioning. And let's show you some stuff under the hood. I'll give you some more facts about it. Hey, let's talk kit cars. There's all types of kit cars out there. There's some good ones, mediocre cars, some of the home-built cars, but this happens to be a factory kit car. There's some factory Cobra cars out there, and there's a lot of good ones, like I was saying, too. These are actually a very, very good, what I call a kit car. There's 135 of these actually built, and this is a replica of the 1936 Mercedes-Benz 500K. It's a little out of my wheelhouse. I'd normally go for more of the original stuff, but I like things that are well done. And these came with a V6 engine, automatic transmission. They have rack and pinion steering, all Mustang 2 stuff on it, but they're done right. And they have kind of there's a look on them. The neat story about this car right here is that the name of the car is called Marlene, for Marlene Dietrich, an actress, kind of a sexy actress in the 30s and 40s, and she actually had a real Mercedes-Benz 500K, and there's a famous picture with her by the car. Mercedes made it special for her and made some little tiny changes and whatnot in the car. I don't know where it's at, but it's supposed to be in a museum somewhere in Europe. But they went ahead and designed a car that would look identical to it, and that's really what this here is all about. And the company that builds these, they've built quite a few other different makes and models, but I kind of want to show it to you and show you some stuff and give you a little bit of eye. It's more me out of my wheelhouse for these, but this is well done and it looks nice and only has 6,000 miles. And I'm telling you, you got to check this thing here out. It's really kind of cool.